Hello friends, it's Erin or Everyday Erin, and I am back with my promised WIP video. This weekend got exceptionally busy in all the best ways, and now everybody in my house has gone to bed. I look a wreck. I just got out of the hot tub not that long ago. I myself am ready for bed, but I wanted to share with you my WIPs, and I've got them here, there, and everywhere, so I'm going to pull them out in segments based on where they're located approximately. But first, I want to show you something I finished. There's going to be a couple more finished items later in the video. Don't mind the plastic sound. Our friend Nancy and our friend Abe came over today, and you may or may not remember our friend Nancy went to Ghana. And she went to Ghana because our friend Abe lives there. He's from there originally. He came here. He worked with Carol, which is Kristen's mom, at the VA, and Nancy worked at the VA also. Long story short, they had some fabric that they wanted some aprons made out of, and they had an apron that they wanted it to be like. I'm rolling over a bag. So they brought me, hold on. They brought me a piece of fabric, which I can't show you, but they also brought this really pretty apron, and it has a pocket here, and I believe this apron was made in Ghana, and the fabric obviously is from Ghana, and they said, can you make, 2 or 3, however many you can make out of this piece of fabric? And I said, sure, and I had planned on doing some sewing today, so I decided that was just going to be my sewing project. And I did get 2 aprons out of it. I'll show you 1 too, but I'll just show you one of them because they're both exactly the same. Maybe I can back up a little more. This is the front. This is the front. I tried to do the pocket placement and everything exactly the same as the example they gave me. I used the original apron as a pattern. The only thing I did different was the pocket is a little smaller because of fabric. I didn't have enough fabric to do more than a larger pocket, but it is fully lined and there are no exposed seams, and yeah, everything else is the same. The original pattern had bias seam binding on the underarm area, I don't know, the chest area, so I did that, and it had a loop and a strap that goes around and then you loop it in there somehow. So I did make 2 of those, and I wanted to show you those because I don't know how long I'm going to have these. I think our friend goes back to Ghana in June, so he may need them sooner. I'm not sure. I think I've mentioned before that Nancy is like family to us, and Abe is equally like family to us. He just has not been stateside for, I think he was gone 8 months? 6, 8. I think he was gone 8 months. Nancy was gone 3 months, and he was gone 8 months, so like family. All right, WIPs. I got 2 here. One, I'm gonna have to back up again. I shouldn't have put my chair back. Is Scrappy Happy, and I wanted to give you a fairly decent look at it. By the way, we're in the office, which used to be our bedroom. We've since moved to a different room in the house now that we can. Max couldn't go up and downstairs, so sadly, we can sleep upstairs now. Anyway, Scrappy Happy is enormous. I don't even know how much of it you're going to be able to see, and I might be half done with this. I think I'm half done. I think that's the math I did on it. Oh my gosh, it's so big, and it's so heavy. It's like a weighted blanket. I love it. Am I showing you the correct side? Yes, I am. So there's Scrappy Happy. All right, I'm going to pause again to put this away. New squares in Scrappy Happy. Which ones they are, I have no idea. But there are new squares. Lots of ums in this video. I don't have many mini skeins or scrap sock yarns left, so I just add them as I can. All right. Next is in this bag, and it's a sweater. I haven't touched this in forever, not for any reason other than I haven't really been in a sweater mood, and it's been downstairs. If I brought it upstairs, I'd probably work on it. This is from Jessica McDonald, and it's the Blizzard. There it is, Blizzard. And I'm still, I think, yes I am. I'm still in the yoke. This is 2 cones of yarn from our local sheep farm, Yates Wool, which is spun at Bartlett Mills in Maine. And you're not going to be able to see this because I'm still in the yoke. I thought I had broken a needle, which wouldn't have surprised me because I have a signature needle sitting downstairs that I need to send in to get fixed because I broke one of my, I didn't break it. One of my sock needles broke at the join, and I'm hoping they'll honor the warranty. I have no reason to think they won't. Anyway, I don't know the best way to show this. This is really pretty. I don't know why. I gotta get back to this. Maybe I'll try and finish this and make it May, or at least make more of it in May. I'm going to leave it upstairs, though. I'm definitely going to leave it upstairs because it's not too heavy. It's not worsted weight. Although there's a ton of sweaters I'm like itching to start. We'll talk about that later. Alright, so blizzard sweater, and this is for me. Okay, I've got another basket. This is cross stitch. I have no earthly idea what's in here. So let's see if we can figure this out. Alright, this is a recent-ish start. I started this, I think, the day before St. Patrick's Day. Who is this? I don't know who it is. Cherry Hill Stitchery, maybe? I'm not sure. Prone to Malarkey, I think is what it's called. And that's as far as I've gotten. Just enjoying it. No rush. And this is a new needle minder from Ming Mao that she sent me this year for my birthday. And this is the needle minder from last year for my birthday, and I decided they needed to be friends. So they're together. Alright. I have this little thing, which means it's a Mill Hill. Oh, yes. Okay, so I got these stretcher bars, and I need to get some flat thumbtacks. It goes with this. That's why they're together. This is... Well, first I'll show you what I've done. Ta-da! A blue box. A blue box. And what it is this buttons and beads blue jay. I think Ming Mao and I are supposed to officially stitch this together. I'm not sure. We both have it. That's basically what it means. But I got these stretcher bars because I've seen people on the Facebook and the YouTube and the Instagram who pin these onto here, and then it's a little easier to hold because this is pretty floppy. And I'm wondering if I'll be able to put it in my stand. I mean, I won't be able to do the very edges, but that's okay. It's just something to try. This was relatively inexpensive. And I used my birthday as an excuse to buy it. Alright. That's number 2. Oh, this is number 3. This is from Luminous Fiber Arts. And I just did it on some 16 count white Aida from Zweigart. And I used this Victorian Motto Sea to Shining Sea blue, which that's not the color actually. And this is the pattern Stitcher, and technically this is done-ish. I have to get some buttons for it, and I've left a thread here to attach said buttons. And this is what it looks like. And if I'm remembering correctly, a button goes here. I know a button goes there. I feel like a button goes up here and maybe one down here, but I'm not sure. I just have to bring this to the store and find some buttons that work, but I do love it, and I cannot wait to hang this up downstairs. Or who am I kidding? I cannot wait to put this in my box of finishes that may or may not have anything ever done to them. I'm more about the process of them. I mean, I like to look at them too, but I just, at this stage in my life, I'm just doing what I enjoy. Empty Nurge hoop. This one I'm not taking out. Sorry, folks. This is One Nation from Bygone Stitches. I'll take out a little bit of it. I've finished all of the stars, and I'm into the words. And originally I thought I might be able to get this done this year, but I'm just not sure. I'm not sure I have the stamina to do it, but I do take it out every once in a while and work on it for a fair amount of time, so you never know. I do love it. It's a lot of fun to work on. I just have to be in the mood because it's all words right now. It's basically all words and lines. So let me try and get this back in-ish. I should take it off the hoop, but if I take it off the hoop, then I'll never take it back out to work on it because I'll have to get it back in the hoop. Yada, yada, yada. You know what I'm saying. And I am just using, I'm using the called for DMCs and Blanc. It called for ecru, but I didn't like the ecru, so I'm using Blanc, which is just white. It's not the bright white, it's just white. Now, that was just what was on top of this. Let's see what's inside it. Some fabric. Some more fabric. Some thread keepers. Some more thread keepers. Some more hooks. Hoops. I've kind of gotten a little bit away from Q-snaps and into the Nudge hoops, so what is this? This is a Mill Hill kit that I don't know if I even started it. I did not. This is Letters to Santa, and I did not start it because when I opened this kit, the treasure was missing. And I wrote to Witchell and let them know, and they sent it to me. They didn't respond to my email, but they did send it to me, which was very nice, and I was very pleasantly surprised. I would have either purchased it or found something to use, but that's not started. This is also not started. This is another stitch along with Amy Ming Mao. She should come back on YouTube. You know who should come back on YouTube? Ming Mao should come back on YouTube. Maureen should come back on YouTube. I haven't seen Margaret on YouTube in a long while. Terry should come back on YouTube. Bruno should come back on YouTube. Zoe should come back on YouTube. I could go on, and that's kind of mean, so I won't do that. But I miss all my friends. I miss seeing what my friends are working on. This is Christmas Star from Cottage Garden Samplings. And I won't be starting this. I don't know why it's in there. I think I was thinking of starting it for the first of the year. Oh, this was what I was supposed to start on Black Friday last year, and all I did was prep my fabric and make a working copy of the pattern. So this is Waiting for Santa. That's not started. Maybe it'll get started this May. Make it May. This is started-ish. This is the Frosted Pumpkin Snow Globe Stitch Along. And I did one. And the rest is sitting here. Yeah. I'm going to finish this, but I don't think it's going to be in May. Maybe I'll work on this in July, although I'm traveling a lot in July. I don't know. We'll see. It actually would be a good travel project because I don't need a hoop. I just need the bag and some scissors. So maybe we'll see this in July. I'm not sure. Frosted Pumpkin had a new stitch along come out on Friday, and I forgot all about it, and I missed the boat. I don't think there are any more whips in here. Nope. Yep, there is. This is another thing I can blame on Amy. This is, I don't know how to say this. This is from Jardin Privé. It's a monthly one, and we are actually both caught up on this one. And I'm not going to take this out of the hoop because tomorrow I will actually start May, but I have January, February, March, April, and May. What is May? Oh, May is a ginormous house, which is going to make Amy oh so happy. I like houses. Amy, I think, has a love-hate relationship with stitching them, but she picked this project, so I can't be blamed. Yeah. And then I do see something else in here that I would like to start. And I think I'm going to start this in May, but there's also something else I would like to make before I start this. And this is Told in a Garden, Bird in Hand. And as you know, we do like to go to Amish country in Pennsylvania. I like to go to the quilt stores. I like to see the farming country. I know there's a lot of controversy over how the Amish treat their animals. I'm not saying I agree with that, but I do appreciate the slower pace of life, and we enjoy going to Bird in Hand. So all three of us, Tom comes and Kristen and Dexter, this will be his first time. We didn't go last year. So I'd like to start this, but I have some Bird in Hand fabric that I got 2 years ago, and I'd like to make a project bag for this. So I think that is all my cross stitch whips. Now let me go over to my cart and see what's over there. Okay, I found 3 more bags and a skein of yarn, and I still have stuff I'm working on right now, like right before I made this video, and I still have my purse project. So this is a Christmas bag, so I know what this is. You've seen these before. I'm working on stockings for a friend, and I have all the pieces together. I have all the pieces made. I'm just working on sewing them together. You can see I have 2, and I have pieces here, and I have a big organza bag full of more squares. I think this is 3 stockings, but I'm not sure. I just try and always work on some of these because I never know when she's going to need some more, and I don't mind making them for her. So there's stockings. I would like to get these done in May. I would like to get them finished early May, because there's not a lot left on them. Let's keep that out. That's a good row marking piece of yarn. What's this? I don't think there's anything in here. I think this is the bag I used for, yep, this is a bag full of bandana patterns, so you'll be seeing those in May. I made one, and then I wanted to try and use Trubu, and I never got back to it. This bag is something I started after surgery while I was recovering, and this is out of some Brava worsted in the color Cherry Speckle. Pretty. And I cast on a flax. I don't know what size it is. Let's see if I can tell you what size it is. I picked the largest size for the amount of yarn I have. This is a size 4 to 6. So not for anybody that I know, actually. I don't even know if this would fit Sophie, but it'll fit somebody eventually. And I have fully knit the body, and I just have the sleeves to do. And this has been sitting in a bag since I've been able to come downstairs, just waiting to be finished. So I just need to finish it. I think what was stalling me is there are no needles in here. There are no needles in here. I hope I wrote down, I hope I noted what size needles I was using. I'm sure I did. I hope I did. That was post-op, so I don't know. I was in pretty good shape post-op, so knock on wood, I did. All right, let me go get my purse projects. Purse projects for me are generally socks, sometimes hats, but right now they're socks. And these were both started right before my surgery, thinking I was going to knit on socks. I didn't knit on socks, but they became my purse projects. And it was convenient that I had them started because I have a weekly appointment up at the hospital that I need to go to, and it's just allergy shots, and I have to, it's a long process. I'm there for about a half an hour, and then I have to be observed for about a half an hour. So I work on these, and I have this sock done, and let me see what the yarn is called. This is Peyton's Croy 70 Stripes. And I have the first sock done, which is great. And I need to start the second sock. And another sock project is another pair of socks, Peyton's Croy. And this is Sidewalk Chalk Stripes. And I love this yarn. One of my favorites ever. And as I look at this, I need to finish this sock and I need to start the cuff of both of these socks before Thursday, because I will not have a purse project because I don't like to work on cuffs, heels, or toes in the hospital because it's too distracting. Anyway, this is that sock and I just have a toe to do. So I guess you'll be seeing this in the next couple days in my Make It Maze. And that is okay. Alright, the last thing I have is 2 small finished objects that I want to show you because I don't know, because I want to show them to you because I don't know what this whole Make It May is going to bring, and then what I'm like actively working on sitting in my chair. Okay, ta-da! Alright, first finished object I have is I made a leggy froggy. I've been watching a lot of blanket crochet toy, burnout blanket crochet toy patterns, and everybody makes leggy frogs. So I had to drink the Kool-Aid and I made a leggy frog. I'm not sure I'm going to make a bajillion more, but he was quick and fun and he's relatively cute, and yeah. And then I made this little chubby frog. Leggy frog is a free pattern you can find on YouTube. That's what I found. I think there's also some pay-for patterns on Etsy, but I just followed a tutorial. It wasn't in English, but it had English subtitles. This was a pay-for pattern. I don't know what it was called. If you want to know what this is, tell me and I'll get you the link. I'm not going to do links tonight. But it was just this little teeny tiny frog. This is a no-sew frog, which was nice. Leggy frog was actually a no-sew frog too, so I don't know why I had to qualify that, but no-sew froggy. He's kind of cute. He's kind of chubby frog. And then I'm working on 2 projects currently. I have a body and a head. This is a cow. All the pieces are actually, yep, that's him too. All the pieces are actually made. I just have to sew them together, and I haven't felt like sewing them together today. I actually haven't had a lot of time today. I've been pretty busy. And then I just realized I left pieces over there. Hang on. Not least because I was procrastinating sewing that frog together, and I probably will continue to procrastinate sewing that frog together. I started a sea turtle. This is also a no-sew pattern. It's a pay-for pattern on Etsy. Again, if you're interested in the pattern, let me know, and I will look it up for you. But I've got a head. I've got, I think these are the front flippers. I've got the rear flippers. And my hook is still in this. I'm about to change colors. I have the start of a shell. So, I don't know. I think I'll probably finish this one because it's no-sew. And then I'll probably start something else no-sew. Or maybe I'll finish those socks. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. I can't decide. It's, what time is it? It's 9:20. I don't know. I'll probably start something new. But first, I'm going to edit this video and get it out for you. And that is all I have for today. But join me tomorrow. I'm hoping put this video up later in the day, probably closer to 9 or 10 after everybody goes to bed, to show you what I've worked on during the day. And I will do that Monday through Friday, God willing. Share with you what I'm working on. Some days will probably be boring and some days will be more interesting. This first week, we are expecting a lot of rain, so there won't be too many garden chores to do. But, you know, I still have life stuff going on because adulting is hard. All right, that is all for me. I'm going to try and put this stuff away, edit this video and get it up for you, and sit down and relax for a little while because it's been a long day. It's been a long day. A long, good day. A good long day. A long but good day. Oh, when I was in the hot tub earlier, I noticed that we have a family of porcupines living in a tree up above the garden. So we've moved our trail cam. Well, Kristen's moved our trail cam so we can try and figure out what we're going to do about that. because they're not good for trees, and we have a lot of dogs. Our neighbors, our neighbors don't leash their dogs. They I mean, like Moxie comes over from one side of the house and Daisy comes over from the other side of the house, and I wouldn't want them to get quilled. We have told them both about it, so I guess if they get quilled, they get quilled. I would hate to see it happen, but Dexter's always on a leash, so Dexter will be on a leash for the rest of his life because the next person he sees would be his new family. He loves us, but he doesn't understand. Maybe when he gets older, but I doubt it. All right, I'm rambling. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys are doing well. Please tell me down below if you're going to join me for Make It May. I would love to see what everybody's working on. Maybe we can encourage each other, cheer each other on, and so on and so forth. And I look forward to sharing my projects with you. I have some ideas. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but I have a lot of ideas. All right, until next time, I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.